and weather from where you live. Newswatch 12 Midday starts now.
Police captured the suspect in a shooting this morning in Wausau. This is topping our news on Friday, January 3rd. Hello and welcome to Newswatch 12 Midday. I'm Dan McKinney alongside meteorologist Melissa Constanzer. And Melissa, it's like the calm before the cold here this weekend. Really anticipating these cold temperatures coming up on us.
And they are certainly going to plummet as we go later on in the show. Dan?
Thanks, Melissa. We'll check back in with you a little bit later in the show. The man wanted in a Wausau shooting now sits in a Marathon County jail. Wausau police were looking for John Lewis after a shooting early this morning at a tavern. It happened at about 1:30 a.m. at Sidetracked Bar on 3rd Avenue in Wausau. Two men were fighting in the parking lot when a 27-year-old man was shot in the stomach with a small caliber weapon. Witnesses told police John Lewis pulled the trigger and the search was on. Police believe Lewis and the victim knew each other and believe this is not a random shooting. Lewis was taken into custody about 7:30 this morning at a house in Wausau. Police say Lewis was cooperative, but the gun was not found. The man who was shot underwent emergency surgery and is in the intensive care unit at the Wausau Aspirus Hospital. The deep freeze in Wisconsin hit record territory in some places this morning, even before the coldest air of the season arrives next week. A record low temperature of 18 below was set in Green Bay. The National Weather Service says that tops the 17 below mark last recorded in 1979. Antigo also set a record this morning at minus 25. That's without the wind chill. A previous record of 22 below was also set in 1979. The Weather Service has posted a wind chill warning from 6 p.m. Sunday to noon on Tuesday as even colder air arrives. Most Packers fans can't wait for Sunday's playoff game against the 49ers, but they're still wondering if they can watch the game on TV. About 3,000 tickets remain unsold for Sunday's playoff game. If they don't sell out, some TV markets across the state, including the Rhinelander-Wausau market, will be forced to black the game out. Yesterday, the NFL granted Green Bay an extension through this afternoon to try and sell those remaining tickets. The last time a playoff game at Lambeau Field was blacked out was in January of 1983. The Packers were hosting the St. Louis Cardinals in the opening round of the playoffs. A strike earlier that season was among the factors for the fans not purchasing tickets that season. Think about the importance of first responders getting to where they're needed quickly. In Wisconsin, first responders say heavy snow and slick roads aren't the only things they have to worry about as they rush to emergencies. Careless drivers have also been hurting their ability to reach the scene in time. Jonah Kaplan spoke with some of those emergency personnel. We try to adjust to below zero temperatures here in Wisconsin, but what if it's just better to escape them right here? Max Siegel has the story. That looks like a fun place to visit. University of Wisconsin System President Kevin Riley took lots of heat from Republicans last year. They didn't like that the UW system held hundreds of millions of dollars in reserve while at the same time raising tuition on students. Riley is stepping down. On Thursday, we learned the 3 finalists to replace him. The candidates include Raymond Cross, the Chancellor of UW Colleges and Extension, Peter Garland, Executive Vice Chancellor of the Pennsylvania State System of Higher Education, and Robert King, President of the Kentucky Council on Post-Secondary Education. A Board of Regents selection committee plans to interview the finalists on Monday and recommend one to the full board. The Supreme Court today will consider whether religious groups can be forced to get insurance for employees that covers contraception. Jill Doherty reports.
We are going to be dealing with 30 below for Monday morning and 18 below through the afternoon. So expect to, well, if you need to go out, I would recommend probably not trying to go in much of anywhere. But if you need to go out, definitely take the time to warm up your car properly and everything. And of
extra
course,
layers.
Yes, all those extra layers and taking care of your pets properly too. Maybe bring them in the garage for the nights ahead.
Sure. Well, Melissa, we've got one more day left before the polar plunge tomorrow. It looks like we might see a couple of snowflakes falling around the time.
Yes, and thankfully one of the warmest temperatures on the map.
I did notice that. That will be a nice, refreshing dive into the polar plunge lake.
Yes.
But it's time to take a look at what's going on in the Northwoods. You can take the plunge with us for a good cause tomorrow. The 14th annual Northwoods Polar Bear Plunge happens at noon Saturday on Big St. Germain Lake near Fibber's Bar and Restaurant. It's a fundraiser for cancer charity Angel on My Shoulder. You can call for pledge sheets and a registration form. The number is 800-860-3431.
And if you're looking to do the opposite, enjoy some hot.
After the holiday season, some may find they need to get a lot more electronic devices on their home network. Have you considered that you may need to improve the security? NBC's Chris Clackham tells you how to get there.
NBC News.
Coming up on Newswatch 12 Midday, meteorologist Melissa Constanzer is back with another check of your forecast. Plus, Bruce Springsteen will give fans an early chance to hear his new album. We'll tell you more in the Hollywood Minute. When a crisis happens, police want to be ready. Coming up on Newswatch 12 at 5, we'll tell you about hopes to form an emergency response team. Area police departments are talking about the idea. We'll tell you more tonight on Newswatch 12 at 5. And the cold temperatures won't stop us at Channel 12 from doing the annual Polar Plunge tomorrow at St. Germain Lake. This will be the 7th annual Polar Plunge benefiting Angel on My Shoulders.
And it's a group that started in St. Germain, which helps kids affected by cancer. The Plunge is sponsored by WRJO Oldies. There will still be time to sign up if you want to join us tomorrow. Certainly a very chilly thing, but I had a lot of fun last year doing it. Are you excited, Dan?
I'm really looking forward to it. You know, of course, it'll be my first time doing the plunge, and it should be a good time.
It's a little chilly, and I didn't know there was a hot tub last year. You can probably take better advantage of that. But honestly, it's not so bad once you get out. You just, if there's any wind or anything, just make a beeline, though, back towards the trailers.
Sure.
Yeah, just that's all I can recommend.
I hear your breath just gets cut off immediately as soon as you jump into the water.
You know, that's what I thought. I held my breath when I jumped in, but actually, they told me I wouldn't be able to breathe, but I was the last person out of the ladder, so I had to like wait in there for a while, and I was like, okay, I can't be surprised if I can't catch my breath. I could breathe perfectly fine, so maybe I'm just a polar bear. I don't know.
Polar bear.
I might be a polar bear.
I'm still trying to think of a cool way to dive into the water, so coming up with that.
You could do that.
I got some time.
Some people belly flop. It always starts out with a traditional belly flop, so lots of fun there. So temperatures fall back into the single digits, so getting very chilly then through the rest of that time frame.
Gonna be cold, Melissa.
It is,
but
especially Monday morning.
Yeah. Well, thanks for watching us here on Newswatch 12 Midday. Have a great day.